What's up, everybody? Welcome to another reading of the Crown Priestess. This is going to be a collective reading for an energy check-in, okay? Like, what's going on right now? What do you need to know? But I'm going to do it collectively. I have to say this may or may not have anything to do with what's going to come up in this reading, but watch your children, okay? I don't care how old they are. Any minor around you. The children are under attack, like heavily right now. There's kids going missing. They're suffering deeply with mental illness, like suicide thoughts, things like that. They are really losing their minds. If they're like teenagers and things like that, even some young children. Okay, I want to say like 9-10 years old, which is like really, really young to think about something like that. But that's just where we are. In these times. So really make sure that you are protecting your children, anointing your children, baptizing your children, whatever it is, however it is your faith calls you to protect your children, please do so. Because there have been incidents lately that I've been noticing more frequently arising, and all these problems, whether it's kidnapping, whether it's suicide, whether it's bullying, kids getting bullied, or just being the victims of really atrocious crimes and traumas. I've noticed that it's big with children right now, like people under the age of 18. Even smaller children are getting like very sick. They're getting hurt. They are being taken. So just please bless over your children, watch over your children, or any child that is important to you. I feel like even if they're not your own children, please bless and protect these children, please. Okay, thank you. Oh yeah, I want to raise that. Very nice. That's still going. I went for a little while on one. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. All right, so let's get into the collective energy and let's see what it is that you need to know. Just want like a general theme, perhaps. Thank you. All right, there's guilt, there's activation, guarded and guilty. Why? Activation, let's get one more. Yeah, alchemize. This makes all the sense. Somebody's really fighting hard to change. Okay, there's a lot. People are fighting against demons, for lack of better words. You see, deception and temptation. These are the things that people are trying to come out of at this time. Well, just be very discerning around the people who you have close to you, the people you decide to keep around you, allow into your house, allow around your children, etc., like that. This is a time where we have to focus extremely hard on that. But to see guilt and guarded with alchemize and higher self, your ancestors are an important piece at this time. They are guiding you down the right paths. You are elevating them as well. As you elevate yourself, you elevate your ancestors, you elevate your lineage, your powers become stronger. Somebody is learning how to be more vulnerable at this time. They're realizing the power in vulnerability. They're realizing that hiding or guarding their emotions or how they would like to express themselves is only creating more trauma, more setbacks. It's sabotage. It's self-sabotage to not... it's like somebody's realizing that they've been deceiving themselves. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles when people do their best to mask things, hide things, lie, omit truths, etc. Ultimately, it begins to tear at you. It begins to weigh you down. It begins to wear you down. And I think somebody is finally realizing that they've sort of put their self in the position that they're in. They have, this is a monster of their own creation. And so they're having to alchemize, you know, turn their pain into power. There's a lot of, and that came out in the last collective reading, there's a lot of like penance, atonement, you know, like people realizing that there's no way around this. You know, they have to be accountable and they have to do the work and they have to sort of take those lashes, you know, like it's like spirit is whipping somebody into shape. And they realize that it's time to stop resisting that. They have to surrender to this, okay? So very nice. All right, let's see what's going on here for the collective spirit. Let's see what's happening. Let's take a sip of my coffee. Let's see what's going on. I want clear channels. Please and thank you, Spirit. They do have a lot to say. Yep, they have a lot to say. One more shuffle. Sorry, y'all. I know I don't like boring people with shuffles, but this is where I'm at with it right now. All right. So we're going to see a few things. Let's see. We want to know what's happening now. How, how you should go forward. What is influencing or affecting this, and how does it turn out? Interesting. This is, you're leaving. Yep, rest and rejuvenation. The 4 is a very 444 I see here. Is very important. It's an important number. So understand that you are protected and divinely protected at this time. Remember my last collective, I talked about a divine force field sort of being around you and people not being able to penetrate this energy. It looks like you can be spending a lot of time alone, okay? Alone in nature specifically, but just alone, just trying to get your gears back into neutral so that you can be prepared to face the world. I feel like a lot has come about in the recent months. Up till this point, you guys have been dealing with a lot of different things, you know, it's just like back-to-back hits, like I like to say, this and that, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of every aspect in your life, whether it's money, finances, love, new romance, just material things as well. Like I hear somebody's been having trouble with their car, somebody's been having trouble with travel plans or traveling, somebody keeps showing up to work late. You need to get your ass to work. Yeah, like somebody, they just said, you need to get your ass to work. They're gonna let you go if you're late again. Somebody has like chronic lateness at work. I don't know what that's about, but maybe you feel untouchable. Maybe you feel like it doesn't apply, but it does. So if you want to keep your job, I suggest you get your ass up 30 minutes earlier if you have to. I know that we're still in a retrograde. So Mercury retrograde specifically does affect travel very much so. So damn, that just pissed me off because I ordered something online and it's late. And it had to be here in time for Saturday and it's not. So that's more confirmation that travels, deliveries, things of that nature, they're taking their sweet fucking time. Mercury does not give a shit. Y'all, when I went on vacation, my plane was delayed in both directions. And I had layover flights, and both layover flights were delayed in both directions. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, so just plan ahead, okay, is what Spirit is saying with that, because for whatever reason, right now, there's no rush, okay? Retrograde is a reminder of that, but just in general, you're in a theme of not rushing because your general energy is rest and rejuvenation. So there's no need to burn yourself out about something. There's no need to overdo it. Just plan accordingly and plan ahead, right? Especially for whoever the fuck keeps showing up late to work. they're gonna let you go if you keep showing up late. Sorry to say that, but it's true. All right. So let's get into some of these cards. So what's happening right now is third eye chakra. You're being activated. That card came out of the oracles. Higher self activation. You're seeing things for what they really are. The truth is being exposed. There's no way to hide this, right? And when you see with your third eye, you see the truth. That is the whole thing, right? What does Jackie Chan say in that movie? And that is a quote from Buddha, I believe, where he says, you see only with your eyes, and so you're easy to fool, right? People have to see more with just the two eyes that God gave us. You know, most of us, not everybody has the gift of sight, but very often you will notice that blind people, you can know somebody blind people seem exceptionally gifted when it comes to knowing. In ancient times, a lot of the people who were seers in Native American cultures anyway, I don't know about a lot of other cultures, but in indigenous cultures, a lot of the seers were blind. Okay, and that's what's interesting. So you could know this, or this could be something that applies to you in some degree. You see this confirmation, you might see it somewhere or in a movie or read it or something like that. But the seers were blind, and they would literally, so a lot of them, especially mountainous, what do you say that? How do you say that? Like, I guess residents, dwellers, mountainous dwellers is the word I'm hearing. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry, y'all. A lot of channels right now. They lived in the mountains. Somebody's lineage is from the mountains. Like, you come from a tribe of people who live in the mountains. Okay, they live in the mountains, and they only come down for water. They come down to the river for water, right? Mountains are always near rivers, valleys, streams, etc. So they come down for their resources of water, but they revert back to the mountains. They retreat back to the mountains. They live in the mountains. So a lot of these people, wherever they are, it's very hot. This is not like cold mountains. It's not like, you know, when you're in the mountains and you see snow. It's hot. This is jungle. This is even, there's volcanic land around this very fertile land. There's a lot of fruit, a lot of resources. These people are very resourceful, but they only come down for their water and their crop, and they go back to the mountains. And so because it's very hot where they are and they're high up in these mountains, their people are prone to going blind. Some of the children are born blind, and these are the seers of their tribes. They lose their sight from being so closely exposed to the sun. They sun gaze even without wanting to sun gaze, but they sun gaze intentionally as well. And so you would think that this is a bad thing, but it's like a gift. It's how God gifts these people, people of the sun. It's how God gifts these people. He removes their sight, but in actuality, he's giving them sight because they see from here. All right, so there is third eye activation right now at this time. Currently, you are very much so coming into a seer energy, coming into a spiritual truth. You can see things for what they really are. The veil is lifted off your eyes. All right, what's influencing that, or what? What's coming up because of this is in the heart chakra, right? So you have third eye chakra and you have heart chakra. I'll let you guys get into the cards. The colors are also very important. Colors have their own frequency. Heart chakra is green. Third eye chakra is indigo. Okay, just in case anybody is confused about that color, it is not purple. It is indigo. Okay, it is the point before purple, which is the crown chakra. All right. Some people portray it as pink or fuchsia, whatever. It's some shade of purple. Okay. All right, let's get into deep of this because I want to clarify some of these cards. So what's right now is you being activated, being released, understanding the wars that you're in, seeing very clearly who's your competition, who is not. And for lack of better words, I said competition. Give me another one. Who is your opposition? Thank you, Spirit. Who is your opposition and who is not? Who is willing to work with you and who is not? Who is truly invested in you and who is not? There are people around you that are just not on your level, okay? Some are. I do see that there's collaboration here. There are people who want to help you, want to work with you, want to walk beside you, want to walk behind you because they feel that you are in a position of leadership. You are in a position of foresight. You can see, and you see things very clearly. Your visions are very clear. Your motives are very clear, your ideas and your intentions are pure, and people want to follow this. But there are others who want to keep you trapped, who want to compete, who want to get in your way. But these things are becoming very evident to you over the third chakra. You can see this clear as day. You can see people for what they are, who they are, and what are their intentions. Okay, so that's a good thing. What's coming up is how it affects your heart chakra. So there's a lot of fulfillment here. You are going to find the right people for you, the right tribe, the right circle, the right job, the right lover even, okay? For some of you, you're stepping into a soulmate energy without even realizing. It comes at a time where you were not searching for it. You were diving into other things in your life, doing other things that made your heart happy, that made your heart smile, finding your passions, doing things to help others. And in doing this, God brings you reward. And your reward for some of you has a lot to do with companionship. True companionship. Very happy, very blissful, very satisfying in this collection. This is going to be, your heart is going to be in a space where it's very happy. But the haters in the background. Again, I would not worry about the people who are jealous or not trying to see you for what you really are and abide by that. They're not important. They're people to be cast from your life. And I see with the nines here, because you do have 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups as well. You are okay with being alone. You're not in a space where it bothers you. You're not in a place where it hurts you. If anything, you tend to thrive in this energy. But because you've thrived and because you've minded your business and you've been doing the work on yourself, God is going to reward you. And a lot of you, it's a wish that you've always wanted, right? With the 9 of Cups, you've hoped for this. You've manifested this. You've wanted this deep down in your heart. But you let go of the outcome about it. And because of that, you're going to get it. Now, I will say this. To gain something, you have to lose something. So it could be that you're walking away from one source, whatever the source of pain, trauma, stagnancy, and just like competitive, nasty arguing energy is that you're leaving behind. It's going to make you feel better. It's going to make you feel lighter. It's going to make you feel more abundant, okay? And there is material abundance in this as well. 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles together. That's very, I like that energy. I love that energy together, actually. Okay. It's very stable and it's in high spirits. You know, there's not much to worry about when it comes to other people. But with this Page of Cups and the 6 of Cups, I do feel there is an offer coming in here. Some of you also, you do have to, I see you spending more time with your children, having happier times with your children, understanding your children better. All right. Alone time with your children too. Like not just out in public or with other people, but just the one-on-one with your kids. It's a satisfying time and it opens your heart. These kids, your children heal. Children are healers, okay? They, especially in the heart space, they are emotional healers. They're highly emotionally intelligent. So, and that goes back to like almost what I was saying about the seers being blind but still seeing all truth. The people who could predict the future, the people who could tell you things, that can see premonitions and things like that. To be blind but still see, it goes to show their power. It's like a child. A child does not have the words. A child can't maybe talk to you. A baby can't tell you, you know, what love is, but they can sure as hell show you what it is. And they exude it and you feel it around them, right? And it's like that's their superpower. They have this superpower over us. So that is to some significance, all right? What's influencing this is a Tower. So I do see that, like I said, to gain something, you had to lose something. Something did fall apart here. Justice, 7 of Wands, and the Empress. I can't make it up. Magician at the bottom. This was very important for you to go through, okay? You had to go through this Tower. You had to go through this breakup. You had to leave this person behind. You had to block this energy. You had to quit this job. You had to move. You had to whatever. You had to get out of there, okay? Some of you are pregnant as well, and you're protecting this pregnancy by not telling certain people, by leaving a toxic partner, or whatever the situation is. It's rightfully so. This had to happen to bring balance into your life. Could be dealing with a Libra, Taurus. It's very strong energy on the board. All of this is like, you trusted the process, okay? And in trusting the process, there is reward for you. But it does come by letting something go, because all of this to say in your outcome, you have the 4, 5, it's 4, 5. So again, that progress, trusting the process, but disconnecting boredom with emotional loss. This is like the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Cups, okay? And so that is in the outcome. So yes, you may have to detach for something. You have, no, not you may, you will. You will, you have, this is it. You had to detach from this, but look what it brings. I mean, there's a lot of positive energy around this. There's a lot of healing to your heart chakra, and there's a lot of activation in the 6th. There goes the move. Absolutely. You may have been reluctant to leave, right? With the 10 of Swords at the bottom of that, but you know you had to. You were looking forward to moving no matter how hard it was. 2 Wands, 9 of Wands, and the Star card. I want to say too, like, to see that energy together as well. I feel like at one point your heart was in something, and then you realized that it was no longer, you know, it was no longer, I'm not in love with this person anymore. I no longer desire this connection. You know, I no longer desire this job, you know, because the 9 of Wands, although he can be passionate and things like that, he's not very attached emotionally. You know, he kind of comes and goes, and he's just like, well, on to the next. But I like to see that in the outcome, because that with the Star lets me know that you hope for more, and you know that there's more on the other side of wherever you were. And so you made the decision to leave, and you're going to make the decision to leave, because this isn't your outcome. Take the energy how it resonates. Everybody's timelines are different. But I do see that you're moving on, and it leads to exactly what you're truly looking for, what you've hoped for, what you've needed. Again, the healing is very big in this spread. There's a lot of healing, especially to the heart chakra. God bless you, my baby. All right, could be dealing with an Aquarius as well. So let's see what else Spirit has to say about this. Concern just fell out before I started shuffling. So there could be a message of concern here. There could be something that's worrying you, something that, but again, it's like, you know, it's like the expectation is there. The anticipation is there. Thank you, Spirit. Like, you're anticipating it. You're right. You know it's coming. It has to happen. But you're going to do it regardless, because you realize that there's more, like I said. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's like somebody saying, hey, do you want $1,000 today, or do you want $1 million next week? I'm gonna wait that week. I don't know about y'all. I'm paying it. You know what I mean? Like, $1 million sounds way better. I'll struggle for the next 7 days. You can keep that little 1,000. Hand me my mill. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so it's something of that nature. You know that it's better on the other side, and so this just has to be what it is. All right, thank you. Family room. A lot of this can have to do with connections with family or people that you've had kids with. All right. Pathway. Trust the path that you're being led on. All right. And marriage, this change. This is an interesting thing to say. That's why I say, some of you, this is your reward. I felt it. The companionship. I said that. I could feel that the reward for a lot of you is companionship. For some of you, that's exactly what you've been wishing for. You've been wishing for companionship. You've been wishing for a family. You've been wishing for just change altogether. And there it is. It's coming to you. It's inevitable, okay? Yeah. Let your community support you besides that, all right? There's friends, family, whoever it is. Use your resources. If people lend out their hands, take it. Take their hand, all right? It's okay to need people. We need people sometimes. But I do feel like there's a lot of reward behind this. Let's see what the Starseed has to say for you. Let's see what the Starseed has in closing. Thank you. Messenger. There you go. Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. I love that. I really love that. It's interesting that I said when people have their hands out, and look at the image of this figure. The hands are out. Okay. And they're very balanced. And this is what they want to bring you. Balance and harmony, face struggles. You have one more fallout. Loosen your grip. Coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Love this beautiful imagery. All right, so you have to release and surrender. I did say that as well in the beginning. I think the message is very clear here. There's a lot of release. There's a lot of surrender. And once you do this, harmony and balance pour into your life like no other. Remember, the star came out in your outcome, okay? So everything that you've wished for, everything that you've wanted, everything that you've worked to heal will be rewarded. They recognize it, they see this, and they're going to bring it into you. So that is all I have for y'all in this collective. Please book your personal readings with me. Love, light, and abundance.